Hello and welcome to Two Crazy Media, the weekly news roundup, where we talk about the craziest news in games, movies, and TV. So welcome back. Sorry about kind of having it a little later, not just in the hours, because it is uploading a little later today, but also we usually upload our videos on Sundays, sometimes Mondays, but it was Father's Day on Sunday. And yesterday we were busy, so we did not have time. But we have decided now that it's summer, we have the weekdays to upload if we need to, and we are decided to upload today. We wanted to get this news, and we didn't just want to just get rid of all this news and just get rid of having a video this week. I think this is some pretty important news. So yeah, we're doing it on Tuesday. But at least we're getting one out, and I'm sure that next Sunday, or this upcoming Sunday, we will have a video out on that day. But this is just a one-time thing, hopefully. But let's just get straight into it, and we're gonna start with the Ubisoft Forward recap. So this happened last Monday, so a week from yesterday, and this was pretty big. This was the day after the Xbox showcase. And what would you rate it out of 5?
3.5 out of 5.
Honestly, I'd agree with you. I thought there were a couple games that I really liked. And a lot of those games that I really liked, I really, really liked. Like, I can't wait for it now, and I'm really excited. But for the most part, there were a couple of games that I just, And it was pretty awkward, I'll be honest. The whole developers coming up and speaking was really awkward. And where they filmed it, was like in like some like hotel like place or like banquet where you can like have like a thing like host events at hotels. It seemed like that, like they're at La Quinta or something like that over in like near over in LA, or like they're at the Marriott or something like that where all the people hang out. Who knows? But it was a little awkward. It was a little weird. But hey, it's fine because the games, for the most part, hit, I'd say. But I say we get into it. And let's start with the first game that was shown off, and that was Just Dance 2024. Ubisoft always starts with a dance number for their shows every single time. It's always pretty fun, but like the game itself, I don't know anyone that still buys every single Just Dance when it comes out. I know people that have Just Dance, but they have like Just Dance like 2016 or like 2018, like really old ones, because like who's gonna buy another one just for some new songs? Like fair, that's like more, I can see it being more like worthy to like buy like the sports games every year, even though I think that's dumb, than purchase Just Dance every year. But hey, I'm not too excited about this game, but I'm sure if you are. Also, they announced it is an official Olympic sport. So that's pretty cool, I'd say. But yeah, Just Dance 2024, coming out October 24th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Nintendo Switch. Then after that, we got a game that I am very excited for, and I know most people are, and that is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. So we finally got a look at gameplay. We've only got a trailer a couple of years ago, but we finally got our first look, and it looks pretty cool. It looks like Far Cry, but in the Avatar world. It's first person, open world, so you're like going around, like it looks beautiful. That Avatar world, super unique, super cool animals, a lot of neon, beautiful colors, really cool jungles. But you can also go third person when you're flying on the Banshee, which is like the flying things in the movie and in the universe. I think that's really cool. The Banshee combat looks like a lot of fun. And the combat in the game just looks fun in general. You have bow and arrows, you have like a lot of Far Cry stuff, like shotguns and assault rifles and snipers and all that. It looks like you're taking down a lot of mechs and a lot of soldiers. But it looks like a lot of fun. Interesting story, to say the least. But hey, I'm in it for the cool open world and the just the fun combat. I'm always a sucker for Ubisoft open world games like Far Cry. I know a lot of people aren't, and I totally understand why. But I do enjoy, they give me something to do, and I like sinking into a game, like it's just an open world game, just capturing bases, all that stuff. Just doing that for a while because I find it fun. It gives me something to do. But this game is coming out on December 7th for next-gen consoles and PC. So yeah, are you excited for this game?
Very. I think it looks great. I think it's like a perfect Avatar video game, and the graphics are great. And I think the map looks great. I think everything just looks really good with this game.
Yeah, no, I'm not a huge Avatar fan, but I'm looking forward to this game. It should be fun. We also got another trailer for X Defiant. This is Ubisoft's kind of Call of Duty, where it's a arena team-based PvP shooter, where you're on like these small maps and you've got like 5 or 6v6, and you're going up against the other team, and you've got different operators, all based off different Ubisoft IPs that they kind of make video games like the bunch of Tom Clancy ones. There's the faction from Far Cry 6. There's DedSec from Watch Dogs, which I'm excited for. I love Watch Dogs. Yeah, this game looks like a lot of fun, and they announced that there is an open beta happening June 21st to the 23rd to June 23rd. So we're filming this on the 20th. So tomorrow it's coming out, which I definitely will be trying out. It's open for everyone, so anyone could just go and download it and try it out. It's got a lot of content, and I know the game is releasing with like 14 maps and just a lot of stuff. So that's really cool. It's better than most Call of Duty games. So it definitely seems like they're definitely doing better stuff than Call of Duty. No skill-based matchmaking, which is pretty big, and it looks like a lot of fun. It's launching for PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC, and it has a release date for later this summer. So probably sometime around August. So that should be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Another game to look forward to. Will you be playing that game?
Yeah, I think it looks like a better Call of Duty, and I think it looks really fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm really sick of Call of Duty games. I'm pretty bored, so I don't know how I'll do with this game because I'm a little sick of like those games like that. But maybe this might bring me back. This game definitely won't push me to play Call of Duty again, but maybe I'll enjoy this game more. I'm sick of Call of Duty. But yeah, this looks fun. Then we also got another trailer for Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. This is the Metroidvania-inspired Prince of Persia game that we got our first trailer at Summer Games Fest just a couple days before this. And it looks like a lot of fun. I'm not a huge Metroidvania fan, so I don't think I'll be checking this game out. But I think a lot of people are very excited for this game. It looks like a lot of fun. And yeah, it's coming out January 18th for PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC. Are you excited for this?
I don't think I'll be getting this game.
That's fine. Yeah, it's definitely for not like a big audience, but I think it looks like a lot of fun, and I think people will enjoy it. Then we got a trailer for Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix, which is a Netflix anime TV show. Yeah. This I'm not into. If you're excited for this, it's based off the Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon expansion. I won't be watching this. I don't think you will either. But if you're excited for this, yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Then there's a Tom Clancy's The Division Resurgence. We got another trailer for that. That is the Division mobile game. Not a big mobile player, but if you are, then this should be a lot of fun for you. We got a little musical number for Skull and Bones, which is pretty funny. That's interesting because you think with a musical number, oh, they're gonna reveal a new release date for the game. But no, they just came out to reveal a closed beta from August 25th to August 28th, which was pretty lame, to be honest with you. So we are not seeing this game anytime soon, I think. But yeah, this game, I'm not intrigued at all. Are you intrigued for this game? Yeah, no, I can't really care for this game. Everything I've seen about it just looks like a lame version of Sea of Thieves. And yeah, I think they should just release it now instead of dumping more money into it, because it's when it comes out, no matter if it comes out now or in a couple months, it's just not gonna, it's gonna be dead in the water. Like what it did. Dead in the water. Get it? But yeah, no, I'm not excited for that game. I don't think most people are either. But then we also got a trailer for The Crew Motorfest. We got our first look at gameplay for this. I've actually recently got back into The Crew 2. I just got back into playing it on the PlayStation, and I've been really enjoying it. It's on PS Plus, so if you want to get that for free, if you have PS Plus, then I'd definitely go check it out. Especially if you're excited for The Crew Motorfest. This game looks like a lot of fun, and I love The Crew 2. That's not my favorite racing game, not even close, but I still find it fun. It's still a fun game to kind of sink my teeth into, kind of enjoy a little bit. I like me some open world racing games, plus I've been itching for one, especially with my excitement for the Crew Motorfest increasing. But yeah, I'm excited for this game. It's giving off a lot of Forza Horizon vibes, which, hey, it might be copying, but honestly, I love Forza Horizon. It's my favorite racing game franchise. So if this game kind of has a whole Forza Horizon vibe, and it's like makes it better, because honestly I'm not a big fan of the Crew 1 and 2. Plus it's a new map. We're going to the island of Oahu, which is it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited. This game should be a lot of fun. And yeah, it's coming out on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on September 14th, and there will be a closed beta, which I will definitely try to check out on July 21st to July 23rd. Are you excited for this game?
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
Yeah, I'm very excited as well. Then we got a trailer for Assassin's Creed Nexus, which is the Assassin's Creed VR game. I'm not big into VR at all, but it's coming out on MetaQuest 2 and 3 later this year. Then we got a trailer for Assassin's Creed Jade, which is the Assassin's Creed mobile game. We got a trailer for Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is the new mainline Assassin's Creed game that's kind of going back to the series roots. It's coming out October 12th on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Amazon Luna. And it looks like a lot of fun. I've played all the recent Assassin's Creed games. I've enjoyed them all. And I'm excited to see what Assassin's Creed games are like, kind of like when they return to the roots. So like smaller maps, more focused on assassination and stealth. Man, I'm excited. The gameplay they showed us was not the greatest look. It was pretty basic Assassin's Creed, where it's just like parkour on buildings and then sneaking on an enemy and then assassinating them and running away. It was pretty meh, to be honest with you. It was looks like it wasn't special, but I'm still excited for this game. Are you excited?
I'm not a big fan of Assassin's Creed, but I think it looks really cool.
Yeah. Cool. And then the final game we got was Star Wars Outlaws. This is, we got a cinematic trailer for this, like a cinematic reveal trailer for this the day before at the Xbox Showcase, which is a big, cool surprise, which looked cool then. And then we got a gameplay trailer, at today. And honestly, this game is pretty cool. I'm very excited. It's some impressive graphics, the very impressive gameplay demonstration as well. It looks like you got some stealth aspects, you've got some cool shooting mechanics, you got dogfighting in space, you've got a bunch of planets to explore like Tatooine and Kijimi, ton of cool characters to meet, like a wanted system from like Red Dead 2, which should be very interested. It's the first true open world Star Wars game, so that's pretty cool. And it's coming out 2024 for PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. You excited for this game?
Yeah, I think it looks great.
Oh, yeah.
I think it looks like one of the best Star Wars games we've ever had.
Oh yeah, I definitely think this is a step in the right direction for Ubisoft. And honestly, I'm excited for Ubisoft's next couple games. I think what they're doing right now with these games, they're doing it right. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But on to the next report. That is that Starfield will be capped at 30 frames per second. This is coming from Brendan Lowry over at Windows Central. Following the conclusion of the Starfield Direct and Microsoft's 2023 Xbox Game Showcase, a newly published interview with Bethesda's game director and executive producer Todd Howard has confirmed that Starfield will be locked to 30 FPS on both the Xbox Series X and the Series S. This news will undoubtedly upset fans hoping for a smoother frame rate, but Howard says that Bethesda didn't want to sacrifice any of the game's visual quality. I think it'll come as no surprise given our previous games and what we go for. Always these huge open worlds, fully dynamic, hyper detail where anything can happen, Howard said in the interview, and we do want to do that. It's 4K in the X, it's 1440 on the S. We do lock it at 30 because we want that fidelity. We want all that stuff. We don't want to sacrifice any of it. Fortunately, in this one, we've got it running great. It's often running way above that, sometimes at 60, he continued, referring to the game's performance on PC. But on the consoles, we do lock it because we prefer the consistency where you're not even thinking about it. Yeah, for a lot of games, I would be a little sad about it not being at 60, but for this game, I feel like it's huge. This is probably the biggest game I think I've ever seen. This game is like too big to be true, honestly. Like, how does this work? Like, this can't be real. But if it is, then like I totally understand why it is 30 FPS. I'm totally not sad about it at all. I think if it was 60, not only would it be a laggy and buggy mess at launch, kind of like a Cyberpunk or like basically any other Bethesda game at launch, but it would also just have a lot of pop-in, especially when you're on like huge planets with so much things to see from a distance, like other planets. Having a pop-in is not that great. Like in Sonic Frontiers, a game that has massive pop-in, you kind of look in the distance and like you have to get real close for like things in the environment to show up, and it's pretty bad. Especially platforms to run on, like rails to grind on in that game. You have to get real close to see them, so it's not good in any sort of the way. And I think this game, if they don't have a lot of pop-in and it's not a buggy mess, then I think this game could be really good at launch, and it could possibly even be Game of the Year. I'm hoping out. I don't know if anything could beat Zelda, honestly, but this might be the one to do it. This is great, and I think if it comes out well, I think it very much could. What do you think about this?
I think the game looks revolutionary. I think it could be one of the greatest, hopefully one of the greatest games of the century.
Oh, yeah.
And I just really hope it releases well. I don't care that it's 30 FPS. I'm still going to get it. I still think the game looks great.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. But I say we get on to the next report. And that is that Zazie Beetz says she will not be appearing in Deadpool 3. This is coming from Diego Peralta over at Collider. It looks like one of the central characters from the Deadpool franchise won't be coming back in the third installment, as Zazie Beetz has confirmed that she won't reprise her role as Domino in Deadpool 3. During a recent interview with Decider, the actress confirmed that while she is excited to see what happens in the new movie, she won't reprise her role as the powerful mercenary. Given how established the character was during the last entry, it's surprising to see Marvel not bringing her back. Here's what Zazie Beetz had to say about her not being involved in the upcoming Deadpool film. Well, I'm not actually in Deadpool 3, so I don't know what they're doing. I'm assuming they're probably taking a pause. I'm excited to watch it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she's in it. This reminds me of a Andrew Garfield Spider-Man No Way Home situation where everyone said he was gonna be in it. Are you gonna be in it? And he's like, guys, I'm not in it. And then he ended up being in it. I get that, basically every single other role for Deadpool 3 was revealed. So why would they be keeping hers a secret and not anyone else's? But I think they're trying to keep as much as they can a secret, and Marvel weren't, and the actors were not the ones to reveal their roles in the film. This was Hollywood Reporter and all those places that found out. So Hollywood Reporter could any day say that the Domino Zazie Beetz is in the film. So any day they could say this, and it won't be, might not be from Marvel or Zazie Beetz or someone behind the film. So I find it interesting, and if she's not in the film, that would surprise me, definitely. I would hope she's in the film. I really liked her character in Deadpool 2. She was a lot of fun. And she was a pretty big character compared to a lot of the characters in the movie, and especially with a lot of the characters from the last movie, like Dopinder and Colossus and Yu-Gi-Oh! Returning. I'm surprised she's not. But hey, do you think she's returning?
Yeah, for sure. I hope.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited for this movie. I think her power is a lot of fun. It could be a lot of fun, especially in the multiverse. But let's get on to the next report. That is that Disney has shuffled its entire film schedule and has delayed many big upcoming films in the process. This is coming from Variety over by Rebecca Rubin. Disney is shaking up its release calendar, adding a new Star Wars movie and Moana live-action adaptation to the schedule and delaying the next 3 Avatar movies by a year. At this rate, the 5th trip to Pandora will be released in 2031. That's in 8 years, for anyone who wants to know the math. Among the highlights of the overhaul, a live-action Moana will be released on June 27, 2025, Deadpool 3 has been moved up from November 8th, 2024 to May 3rd, 2024. An untitled Star Wars movie is debuting on December 18th, 2026. Avatar 3 has shifted to December 19th, 2025. Avatar 4 to December 21st, 2029. And Avatar 5 to December 19th, 2031. Based on this timeline, the final Avatar movie is coming 22 years after the original 2009 blockbuster. Other changes include a massive Marvel reshuffling. Captain America Brave New World is moving from May 3rd, 2024 to July 26th, 2024, which in turn is delaying Thunderbolts to December 20th, 2024, Blade to February 14th, 2025, and Fantastic Four to May 2nd, 2025. Avengers The King Dynasty is getting pushed back entire year from May 2nd, 2025 to May 1st, 2026. It's taking the place of Avengers Secret Wars, which is jumping from May 1st, 2026 to May 7th, 2027. Whew, that's a lot. You want to start on this one? I just want to read you start.
Yeah, so, I think that this isn't the worst thing in the world. I'm not surprised that all these movies were delayed. There has been some production problems for a lot of them, but I am happy about Deadpool being moved up a lot. Although an Avatar released in 2031 is kind of insane, but oh well. But Avengers King Dynasty a year later is kind of harsh. Same thing with Secret Wars, but I'm not surprised. But yeah. I'm fine with waiting. I don't really mind. Star Wars movies too. I don't know if you.
No, I'm not excited. I'm excited for this, but like them being dates and stuff, that's not like the exciting part for me, to be honest with you. Until we actually see what they're like, get a trailer, and like I've just been burnt by Star Wars too many times at this point. But yeah, no, I think the one good part about this is Deadpool 3 being moved up. Very rarely do we see movies being moved up, especially like it's going from November to May, which is like 5 or 6 or 7 months earlier, which is just insane. So that means they're definitely a way into the ways into the filming, and they're probably almost done with filming. They've been filming for a little while now, so they're probably almost done. And yeah, I'm very excited for Deadpool 3. I think this is my most hyped Marvel movie I've had in a while. I can't wait. I think more than any other Marvel movie that's coming out in the future, even more than like Secret Wars and stuff. I just can't wait for it. I love Deadpool 1 and 2. They're some of my favorite Marvel movies. Plus, I love all the characters, and I can't wait to see a couple of actors in it, especially Matthew McFadden who played Tom in Succession. That was my favorite character in the show, and I'm very excited to see him in this film. Who knows what, but I'm very glad it's moving up, and it's less than a year away now. So yeah, we're getting a couple Star Wars films in the future. The live action Moana, which I'm not excited for, and are you excited for live action? Yeah, no. That's coming out in 2025 now. That's crazy. Avatar 3 will be now delayed a year. It's supposed to come out next year in 2024, the same day as Sonic 3. But now it's not, so Sonic 3's now got... But hey, Sonic 3 still has competition with Jordan Peele's next movie after Nope.
So
releasing
Sonic 3 screwed. Still.
Yeah, no matter what. Look, unless Jordan Peele's film gets delayed, which I hope it doesn't, because oh god, I love Jordan Peele. I can't wait for that movie. Unless that gets delayed, yeah, Sonic 3 might have a little trouble. It's gonna have a little bit trouble, but hey, those movies are always fun. Yeah. So there's an Avatar coming in 2031. That's insane. Just give up on the franchise. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't like Avatar. To be honest with you, I find them... I'm excited for the new game, but the movies itself, I found both Avatar 1 and 2 just be boring. I don't like Avatar 1 just because I just thought it was meh. I thought it was okay. I didn't really understand why it was one of the highest grossing movies of all time. And then with Avatar 2, not only did I find the movie kind of just boring and it was trying to be like Avatar 1, but I didn't care for any of the characters, and I came out of the theater not even knowing half of the only names I remembered were the two main characters. I did not remember any of the other characters, and I didn't feel for any of the characters when stuff happened to them in the movie. I didn't care. The movie just didn't just didn't really care. I cared more for the animals in the film and the characters itself, which is pretty sad. But yeah, no. Avatar, I'm probably still gonna see them in theaters, but yeah, they should just cancel them. Maybe do number 3 and then just be done. But yeah, I'm excited. Anything else to talk about?
I think we said it all.
Any comments? Also, an Alien film was added, which will open August 16th, 2024. So, on to the next report. And that is that People Can Fly is now working with Xbox on a AAA title, and it will be based off an existing Xbox IP. This is coming from Tom Ivan over at VGC. In a regulatory release, the Polish studio said codenamed Project Maverick will be fully funded by IP owner Microsoft and will have a $30 to $50 million budget. The developer behind Gears of War Judgment, Bulletstorm, and most recently Outriders said it concluded a production and publishing agreement with Microsoft for the AAA game on Tuesday. People Can Fly, which celebrated its 20th anniversary in 2022, was owned by Epic Games from 2012 to 2015 and also developed the PC port of the original Gears of War and has worked on Fortnite too. In July 2020, People Can Fly announced that it was working on an original title led by its New York studio and the director of Just Cause 3. Yeah? I'll start on this one. Interesting. I'm not the biggest People Can Fly fan. The only game I played of theirs was Outriders. And although I did not like it too much, I still finished the game because I thought it was fun. It was, to be honest with you, it was turn your brain off fun. I enjoyed it. The story I did not care for at all, but the gameplay itself, and it was fun to play. I'm gonna admit. But that's like a total cover shooter, like a Gears of War. But who knows what this could be? It's based off a Microsoft IP, existing IP, so it could be anything. It could be another Gears of War game, but I think that's what the Coalition is doing. So it could be like a Gears of War spin-off, or it could be a Gears of War Collections remaster, but I think that's already been in the works for a while. I don't really know what it could be based off Xbox. Do you have any like existing Xbox IPs that you think they could bring back, like a Banjo-Kazooie, or I don't really know. It's interesting, but hey, I'm excited. I'm very interested to see. Xbox has got a lot of great games recently, and I'm excited to see another one. This is just another big thing for Xbox. So good on them, and good on People Can Fly. Good on them. But yeah, are you excited for that?
We'll see what it is, but
yeah, I'm very intrigued. And then our final report for the day before we get into a flash review. But our final report, this is probably my favorite report of the week, and that is that The Last of Us will be in an official house at this year's Halloween Horror Nights. This is coming from Anthony Wood over at IGN. Universal is teaming up with PlayStation to create a haunted house experience based on Naughty Dog's The Last of Us, which will feature iconic locations from the 2013 game, clickers, and more as part of its Halloween Horror Nights series of in-person events. The themed experiences will see guests follow in the footsteps of series protagonists, Joel and Ellie, as they encounter infected runners, clickers, and human raiders, while passing through familiar locations from the 2013 game, such as the Hotel Grand and Pittsburgh Quarantine Zone. And I quote, "As a massive fan and frequent attendee of Halloween Horror Nights, we are honored to have The Last of Us included in this year's lineup. It has been an incredible thrill for us at Naughty Dog to collaborate with Universal, bringing the world of the game to life, focusing on even the tiniest details that our fans know so well," said Naughty Dog co-president Neil Druckmann in a statement. The events will run on select nights between September 1st to October 31st later this year at Universal Studios Hollywood and the Universal Orlando Resort. Tickets are available to book as of today, with more details on The Last of Us experience and the reveal of other haunted houses in the Halloween horror series expected to follow shortly. And I quote, "The world inside the game offers a multitude of suspenseful and horrifying opportunities to provide guests with a one-of-a-kind experience that can only be found in Halloween Horror Nights," said the event's executive producer, John Murdy. I absolutely cannot wait. So I feel like we can do a whole another separate video on this, just talking about all the like Horror Nights and our excitement for it. But last year we went to Halloween Horror Nights over in Universal Hollywood. And it was our first time ever going. We've been to Universal Studios Hollywood so many times. Like countless times. I can't even count the amount of times we've gone. We just love going with season passes. It's one of my favorite places to go. But we decided last year to try out Horror Nights for the first time. We're not big horror people. I don't play many horror games. I don't watch many horror movies. It's not because I get like nightmare. I don't really get like scared. I don't enjoy like constantly just being jump scared every second. It's not my favorite feeling in the world. But we decided for fun to go to Horror Nights last year, and it was a blast. I had a ton of fun. We both were scared shitless. It was terrifying walking through all the houses. We did a couple of houses last year. I went the second time with a couple friends while we only went together the first time. We did like the Weekend house and like a monster house the first time we went together. Absolutely terrifying, but a lot of fun. And then when I went with my friends, I did a couple other houses. Like I did a hotel horror house. I did the Halloween, like based off the Michael Myers, and a couple other houses. And it's just a lot of fun. I liked Horror Nights. It was a ton of fun last year. Now I'm a huge fan, and I can't wait for every other year. And this just makes me even more excited. I love Last of Us. One of my favorite games. Great game. Plus a great TV show. But the house is based off the video game, not the TV show, which I think is just because it's probably easier with getting PlayStation and Sony to do it rather than HBO. I feel like it's just easier with all this stuff. Plus, yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be terrifying, especially having clickers chase you. That'll be horrifying. I remember doing the Monsters house last year, like having the people dressed up as the Mummy kind of go right in your face. Like they were like really like aggressively in your face. Like I had one that almost touched me. Like I had to like get down because his arm was like that over me. Terrifying. So I really do feel like the clickers could get real close to you in this one. But I think that'll be a lot of fun though. Going through like the hotels and the hotel in the game and the Pittsburgh. That should be a lot of fun. I remember that from the game. Fun section in the game. And yeah, I'm excited. Are you excited for this?
Oh, very. I think this is my most hyped one out of all of them. I'm excited for the rest of them now, but I don't know if any of them are going to be able to beat this.
Yeah, no.
I think this is great. I'm very excited.
This is like basically like the first ever like
video game
we're getting.
Just
We got
amazing.
Silent Hill. There was a Silent Hill house a while ago, but it was mainly based off the movie that was coming out, or like TV show that was coming out at the time, not the video games. But now we're finally getting like a video game based one. If it was based on the TV show, then this would be like another just TV show one that's kind of based off the games, but the TV show, but it's based off the games. There's even merch. They've got like Last of Us, which I may even cop. Looks pretty cool next time I go to Universal. But you know, I'm extremely excited for this game. I mean, not this game. Sorry, the house. I can't wait for Horror Nights. Should be a lot of fun this year. Comment down below if you're also going and if you're excited for this house. And also if you want to see any other houses this year. We can do a whole nother video speculating houses, which I think maybe if we want to, that could be a fun, comment down below if you'd like to see that. Us doing like a whole because we have a bunch of ideas for what houses we'd love to see and kind of go over the speculation maps that have already been made for both LA, for both Hollywood and Orlando, and we'll kind of predict them and see what's happening. See what we want, see what other people want. But, I love Horror Nights. I can't wait. It'll be my second year going ever, but honestly, I'm a huge fan now. And Last of Us is awesome, but I'm really hoping for one other IP to show up, and that's Five Nights at Freddy's. With this show, with the movie coming out, though the movie does come out a little later into Horror Nights already starting. So I do think what they would do is they would have the house not based off the movie, but the video game. So it makes more sense. I think that's smart. because then that you don't have to worry about like what they're being based off not even out yet when it starts, like spoilers and stuff for the movie. It could be based off the video games itself, which I think could be really cool. I think that's a way to get past it. Kind of like what they're doing for The Last of Us. But yeah, are you set? Oh, also there's another house coming, Chucky. That's been confirmed. So it's just Last of Us and Chucky that have been confirmed so far, and I hope we get more. Excited?
Yeah, very.
All right. Now that is all for our actual news reports, but we do have a review on The Flash. So, The Flash, it just came out. We just saw it on Saturday. It is directed by Andy Muschietti, or Muschietti. I don't really know how to say his last name. He is known for directing the It movies, It 1 and 2. And now he's doing this. And he will also be directing The Batman, the Brave, and the Bold for James Gunn's DCU. So, I was interested to see this movie now after I found out he will be directing that. And you want to start with your review first? Kind of give it a... And also, before we go...
No spoilers.
No, this is a spoiler warning.
It is?
We're just going to go straight into spoilers. But first give your spoiler review, and then we'll go into like things like we want to talk about that are more spoiler-ish. But if you have not seen the movie and you don't want to hear any spoilers, please click off and then come back after you've seen the movie. Or if you just don't care, then you can come join us. But if you have seen the movie, then... Alright. Let's get into it. You start first.
So out of 10...
No, out of 5.
Out of 5. I would give it a 4. I really liked it. I thought it was a really good movie. I think that it makes me sad that it's not doing so well. I completely understand why.
Yeah.
But I do think it was fun. I didn't want it to end, but there's also a little problems. Obviously, the CGI is really bad. I think the first, like, there's one scene in the movie where it's not really spoiler, so I'm not really going to talk about it, but like, there's one scene where the CGI is really bad. And
we said spoiler warning.
I know, but it's like kind of hard to... It's like when the hospital...
Okay,
is like
yeah, the hospital,
down.
The baby scene.
The baby, it was not good.
Terrible.
Absolutely. It was hard to watch.
They didn't even need to have that that scene in the movie. They could have taken that out. Honestly, I found that scene to be one of the worst scenes in any movie I've seen in the past, like, ever. I think it's it's a terrible scene. I think when I rewatched the film, I might even skip that scene in general. It's just terrible. It is really bad. Not only does it look bad, but there's no point for it. I think it's not very funny. He puts a baby in a microwave. I think that's all and there's a dog in the air that's trying to eat a burrito.
The dog didn't look good. The CGI of the dog looked bad.
I think
the CGI of the babies
that's like the funniest it gets, and that's not even that funny, to be honest. There's no point of having it in. They could have just had a quick montage of him saving people. They didn't need to have a whole 5-minute. I think it was like around 5 minutes of him just saving it. It was just really bad. It was terrible. I'll just get in real quick on my review. Actually, I needed to you just go more into the review.
I think the people being so negative about it, I understand it, but it's also not as bad as they say, at all. Oh. I think there are a few really good moments. I think I really, I like the story. I thought the characters were great. I thought the ending was fine. I think the main villain, Dark Flash, was very messy and bad. I think that Zod wasn't even the main villain because he kind of...
There was no villain.
Zod was the main villain.
Flash was the villain.
Yeah, you would think Zod was the main villain for the whole movie until Zod won.
Zod was a toss-up.
Yeah, until he won, and then they kept going back, and then Dark Flash came out of nowhere. And then he was on screen for maybe 5 minutes, and then he died.
Here, I'm gonna go into my review. I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. I didn't like it that much. This movie makes me happy that the DCEU is ending. It's bad to say, but it makes me happy that it's ending and that we're getting a brand new DCU. This film didn't really, like, from all, like, the people, like, before saying, oh, this movie's amazing and stuff, like, I don't know, wasn't that good, to be honest with you. I think I might have overhyped myself a little bit, but I was not impressed with this movie. I found the CGI to be appallingly bad. The story was fine. I thought it was creative. That's probably one of the things I liked until we got to like the third act of the film. I thought that was pretty bad. I thought the ending was terrible. Very confusing ending that just didn't wrap it up. I thought it wrapped up like some of the character arcs a little well, like the Flash and his dad. I thought that was nice at the end, and the Flash and his mother. I thought that was nice, and that was pretty sad, and I almost cried, though I didn't. To be honest, everything else other than that was confusing. I don't really understand where they left off the Flash, but I don't think it matters at this point. I think it just doesn't matter. He's with George Clooney now in his universe, but maybe he traveled to a different universe in the post-credit scene, and the post-credit scene was also terrible. A terrible post-credit scene. Just him and Aquaman, like, talking. Aquaman's drunk. It's really bad. It's terrible. I don't even know if that's Aquaman or if that's just Aquaman without the Aquaman powers, but I think it is because he's got the Aquaman ring. I don't know. I give it a 3 out of 5 because I thought I enjoyed like the characters other than Dark Flash, and I guess Zod was meh. I like Batman. I thought he was cool. I like both Batman. I love Ben Affleck's Batman. I think he's great in it. I thought his fight scene was cool. I just wish they had stayed on him longer and not the whole Flash baby scene. I thought that was terrible. God, it was a horrible scene. That was really bad. I like the Flash's relationship with Barry, the two Barrys. I thought their kind of banter between each other was a lot of fun. I think that was my favorite part of the movie, was like kind of like the jokes between them two, like them just going against each other. I know, and also just a disclaimer, in no way do you condone Ezra Miller's actions. I think what he did in real life is terrible, and I hope he doesn't get to be Flash anymore. I hope this is it for him. They say that they want to do another Flash movie, but it made no money. The box office, it did worse than Shazam. I think it did worse than Shazam 2 and Black Adam.
No, not worse than Shazam 2. But
okay, well, it did worse than Black Adam, which is pretty bad. So maybe Dwayne The Rock did change the power of the DC hierarchy because his movie grossed higher than almost every other DCEU movie, which is pretty sad. But hey, good on you, Dwayne. Honestly, congrats. I'm gonna say that. Congrats on you, Dwayne. Good job. We do not condone Ezra Miller's actions at all. I hope he does not get a role for the Flash again. Honestly, it's bad. He did horrible things, and we do not agree with anything he did or support him at all. Though this is a movie that we are reviewing, so you kind of have to kind of disband those things at points, but in no point do we condone anything, and we do hope that he is not given a role, and he owns up to his faults and his wrongdoings, because they are pretty bad when he's done. And this shouldn't be supported, and I've seen people saying that this movie, like, makes it so, he's so good in this movie that, like, we can forget about what he's done. No, do not. No, that is stupid to think. That's terrible. Please do not. Yeah. But just to continue in my review, just wasn't a fan of the movie, to be honest with you. I wish I liked it more. I would probably rank it higher than most DCEU movies, to be honest with you, because most of them I didn't enjoy. I think Suicide Squad and the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, and Peacemaker are on a whole other level of basically any other DCEU film, which is why I'm excited for James Gunn's DCEU. And this movie I feel like this movie did one right thing, and it made me excited for finally the DCEU, and I can't wait. I'm so glad that the DCEU is soon. DCEU is just over soon, because it's just been a train wreck. I think the story was also really confusing at times, and it just shows that this whole universe has just been a train wreck and just confusing story plot lines and stuff. And I'm excited to see what James Gunn can do. We are still getting another DCU film with Aquaman later this year, which I've heard terrible things about. Like, people are seeing the movie and saying it's terrible. So, about that one. I'm still gonna see it, but yeah. And then Blue Beetle, which I don't know. I'm not excited for that. I think that's gonna be one of the first like DC movies or like something that I don't see in theaters, because honestly I'm not excited. I'll just wait for the Blue Beetle to come out home. I know a lot of people are excited for that movie. I just watched the trailers, and it just especially after seeing The Flash and stuff, and a couple other like really bad superhero movies recently, and like Shazam 2, which was terrible. This movie, I'm not seeing the Blue Beetle until it comes at home. I just don't want to be disappointed again because the movie does not look good at all. But yeah, any final thoughts about this movie, The Flash? Okay, well, that's our review on The Flash. And that is it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. And comment down below if you enjoyed the video, if you want to see anything else from us, or if you'd like to see a Halloween Horror Nights predictions special. We could do that soon. I think I'd especially get that out before Universal reveals a bunch of new other houses, which they could do soon. So definitely put in the comments down below if we maybe had something wrong in our what we said, or you have your own opinions on The Flash or something. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please go like and subscribe, and we'll see you in another video.